question many have been asking after her termination and exit from ITV franchise is where next is she headed? Well, apparently it turns out that Hollywood Willoughby tried to look for a slot at BBC. But guys, guess what? Unfortunately, the franchise has said it has no offer or opportunity to give to the former ITV franchise personality, Hollywood Willoughby. Well, interesting times coming up. This is a literally something actions. We're here to tell you exactly the outstanding revelation that BBC also has popped up. Stay here connected, of course. We got the great details for you. Now, interestingly, we have brought you some details about Hollywood Willoughby, who apparently did terminate her contract or stay with ITV franchise after 36-year-old, Gavin Plapp tried to arrest her. Not just that, kidnap and, of course, pardon my word, rape her. Now, the Essence police did bring a report about this whole incident. Now, it turns out that some people also have alleged that Holly Willoughby plotted this her own self, and just because, of course, she's been tipped to leaving the ITV franchise, this was a calculated attempt to get the franchise, her former franchise, to just extend her stay. But interestingly, sometimes back, we also did bring to you that she apparently also came to say that it is as a result of putting her safety first, and of course, ensuring that her safety matters most. Well, that's what she quit. That's why she quit her former job, ITV. But interestingly, once again, also looks like while she did terminate her stay with the ITV franchise, she was making preparations of getting a slot at BBC. But unfortunately, reports we do gather indicates that BBC unfortunately has said that it has no opportunity for the former ITV personality Holly Willoughby. Well, of course, maybe this franchise do not want to have any kind of unnecessary razzmatazz and ongoing tiff whatsoever from the former ITV personality. Now, guys, do remember that when Holly Willoughby apparently was with the ITV franchise, well, I must be honest with you that she apparently was the favorite of the franchise. But unfortunately, when she had that heated fisticuff, well, not so like a physical fisticuff anyway, kind of utterance with Philip Schofield, the whole beauty about Holly Willoughby and how some people did revere her looked a bit, fizzled out a bit. But I don't know why BBC for now is telling us that it has no slot for Holly Willoughby. But it will interest you to know that if Holly Willoughby apparently had gotten a slot from the BBC, well, I don't know what would have happened. But guys, let us know in the comment section where next do you think Holly Willoughby should apparently find her slot. I don't know, but I would have really wished that she joins or does something for herself, because she's very capable. She's got the numbers, she's got the fame, she's got the audience, and basically she can do something for herself. Unfortunately, looks like she really wanted a slot from BBC, which of course the BBC franchise has also come out to say that they're not ready to accept her right now. And so it's a big blow to Holly, because one would have thought that since she claimed that her safety matters first, because if a kidnapper or someone is looking for you to execute actions of eliminating you from the world, regardless, no matter where you hide, they will find you. And so it's a bit befuddling, mind-boggling also to know that Holly Willoughby says that she is putting her safety first. And of course, knowing how open BBC is, who does not know where BBC is located? So if these perpetrators who were plotting to, I should say, execute you off from the world, they were trying at ITV, which of course was your major outlet. It's very obvious that BBC would not even be a stone throw from their doorsteps. And so personally, I would have wished or think that Holly Willoughby apparently would try to have at least created a platform for herself. She's got the numbers, she's got the audience, she's got the crowd. Even though, of course, she's got some hate also. Well, that we can't even hide away at all, because we are humans, and humans, we all attract positives and negatives, and so that's not even a big deal. But unfortunately, if you were thinking that Holly would be back on your screens again, especially thinking of having a spot or a slot at BBC, well, they said, unfortunately, lady, we're not here to accept you. Because, mind you, should BBC also accept, Holly Willoughby currently to their franchise, there will be a lot of, uncertainties at the BBC franchise, because fans who carry the hatred all the way from ITV still have, that kind of hatred for Holly Willoughby. And so it would be a bit of tense anxiety between fans who really felt disrespected after She did take a bow from ITV and now moving to, I should say, BBC. Well, I personally would have think that she should just create her own space because she's got the numbers once again. She's got the fame. She's got the love out there. Yes, even though she's got the hate also, Holly could do something for herself. Even though, she still wants a slot somewhere. But I'm really surprised that BBC also says it's cancelling or does not even want to associate itself with Holly Willoughby. Well, I can also not fault them because I mean, who would want to work with someone who's, having so much dramatic turns and, in her former workplace? Personally, for me, like I said earlier, she has the major platform for herself. She can use it. She's got the numbers, she's got the fame, she's got a crowd. So, Holly, use it. But if BBC says they can't, afford to accept you, just do something. And interestingly, it baffles my mind because from ITV when this 36-year-old man was tracking you to eliminate you from the world. Now you're heading back to BBC. Isn't this ironical? Because even ITV you were being chased. Now you're going to BBC. Well, that explains why they say they don't want to have a slot with you. Now, going back also, at ITV, she was the favorite. Just in case you want to know why Holly is the most talked about in, the recent times. She's one of the most favorite when it comes to hosting mid-morning shows, hosting anything event, especially she also was crowned the queen of ITV. And so a lot of people have eyes on her, but one would have wished or thought that since she's a hot cake, major, media outlet will be hopping in, getting her onto the network. But it's quite unfortunate because no one wants to associate with someone who is a bit dramatic and, of course, carry a bit of quote-unquote mayhem around her. And so, well, this is a shocking revelation. Me, I was really thinking that she personally would have done, like she said she was putting her safety first, going to look after her family. Also, do remember that her husband also into the media space, and she used to work with, I think, Mail Online. Yeah, and so basically she's just revolved around the whole media space. Now, shockingly, it's very shocking knowing the power that Holly brings to the table, the kind of spirit and entourage that she apparently commands. It's quite surprising that BBC claims that it has no spot or slot for her. But of course, we will keep an eye on this interesting developments. But let us also know what you think about Holly's not getting a slot at BBC. It's quite shocking. So let me ask, would Philip Schofield rather get the slot? I don't know, because Philip also did take a bow from ITV, right? And these two have had some heated, moments together. Remember that Holly and Philip Schofield had a heated banter after she apparently threw Philip Schofield under the bus when this whole dramatic intimacy that happened at the former franchise ITV, which involved Matty also having a fling with, Philip Schofield. Then she apparently, Holly also coming out to say that the whole of the ITV personalities knew about the whole, affair, but she that was close to Philip Schofield had no idea. Now that really caused a tiff between these two, and that is what we see between Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby, which of course they say they're not even friends. They haven't followed each other, and so I'm not surprised that BBC also says it's not even wanting to associate itself with Holly Willoughby. Well, interesting times ahead. We'll know exactly what things happen in subsequent broadcasts and happenings. Stick and stay with the platform. Thanks for watching.